Attention all struggling traders. You guys are going to want to hear me out today. I have something very special to share with you, okay? So bear with me today. Now, the ancient text says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So I'm saying to you, if you're struggling with your day trading, if you're struggling with hanging on to your plan, sticking to your plan, sticking to your trading rules, if you're always breaking your trading rules, think of it like this. When I was a loser, I spoke like a loser. I thought like a loser. I understood like a loser. But when I began to win, I put away revenge and over trading. Let's go deeper. All right, guys. So every now and then the coach needs the coach. All right. So this is going to be a coaching up session because I really want to help a specific segment of the trading community. All right. So there's a large group of people out there. You know, if you're watching this video about trading psychology, you're probably one of them. There's a large group of people out there who actually have a winning strategy. Right. So the strategy isn't the problem. You already have a winning strategy and you know it's a winning strategy either because, hey, you've already successfully traded it for some amount of time, right? Maybe you had a strategy and you passed a trading challenge. So you know that the strategy works, or you may have a mentor who you see is highly profitable using this strategy day in and day out, right? Or you've taken a strategy, you've back tested it, you know, and the results say that, hey, this is a 60-70% strategy. Okay. So there's a large segment of traders out here who are not profitable yet, but have a winning strategy in their hands. Okay. And so I want to help that group of people, right? That group of people who's just struggling, but you already have the strategy. Okay. You already have technical analysis done. You know, you may fall into this may have happened to you before. This is the person I'm talking to today. You know, you won Monday, you won Tuesday, you won Wednesday, you won Thursday. You're on a nice eight trade win streak. You're following your rules. Everything is hunky dory, right? Friday comes around. You're like, you know what? I've had such a great week. I'll just maybe take one shot today, you know, and that'll be it. You take a trade, you lose. As soon as you lose that trade, let's say you took an hour before you even pulled the trigger for the first time. And then after you lost, you immediately re-entered the trade and you lost again. This time, maybe in 2 minutes, right? You took 2 minutes. So you revenge traded, right? You lost that trade, you revenge traded. All right. But then you've lost 2. So now you're thinking, all right, I'm up, 8 trades on the week. Well, now I'm up 6. I just lost 2. Let me just try to get those 2 wins back, right? Let me just try to get those 2 losses back. I can get back to the 8 where I was at the week. Then you trade again and you lose, right? And then you say, all right, now I'm only up 5 on the week, but I'm still up on the week, but I can get this back. You know, I'm the man. I got my trading plan is fire. My trading strategy is fire. I've lost 3 in a row. I'm not going to lose 4 in a row. You know, my strategy is too good for me to lose 4 in a row. I'm going to go again. You go again, you lose 4 in a row. And then you black out, right? You black out. And when the day is over, you've taken 15 trades. You can't remember any except for the first loss, right? And you've wiped out your whole entire week. Okay. That's who this video is for. The person who has done that. And I know I'm not alone. I've done it. I know there's other people who've done it because, trading it's a different monster, right? It's a different monster. It's actually simple, but it's not easy, right? A trading strategy can be very simple. Many trading strategies are very simple. Matter of fact, I will say the best trading strategies are very simple, but it's hard to see the plan through. All right. It's hard to control your emotions. It's hard not to revenge trade. It's hard not to overtrade. Okay. And I will tell you, I know that I'm speaking to a large section of people because there's a lot of winning strategies out here. If you've been trading for over 2 years, you have come across a winning strategy. Okay. So the strategy is not the problem. So I'm trying to really help that person today who's in that rough spot where you may even be thinking about giving up, right? Because you're like, something's wrong with me. I just can't do it. But there isn't anything wrong with you. The reason you haven't crossed over yet is actually because you're human. Okay. So let me prove that to you. If you look at the stats, we've all seen the stats, 90% of traders are not profitable. Okay. But if you look at the 90%, if you look at who these people are, right? We got doctors, we got lawyers, we got, highly educated professionals, in the regular world who have succeeded at everything they've touched. Okay. Then they get in the trade and they're losing, right? So that 90% that's losing is made up of regular folk, some very successful, some not successful. It doesn't matter. Trader don't care. The market don't care. It eats everybody alive. But my point is this: if 90% of people are failing and these people are normally successful in what they do, what's the problem? The problem is that trading is going against your human emotions, right? So just because you're human and you're trading, right, can put you in that losing boat. And until you understand that, and until you decide to go against what's natural, right? Like when you take that loss, it's natural to want to win right now. When you take a loss, it's natural to want to get that money back right now. But that goes against the laws of trading. Okay. The trading, right, takes patience. It takes discipline. If you took an hour to take that first trade and it lost, how you didn't find another good setup in the next 30 seconds when you revenge traded? Okay. You just didn't. All right. So I know I'm speaking to somebody today who's probably thinking about giving up, or they just can't understand, like, why can't I do this? Because I am great at reading price charts, right? I am great at technical analysis. All right. So it's really eating me alive that I can't do this. You feel me? I hear what I'm saying? Because I know there's a section of people who's in this boat right now where you got to win a strategy. You can read a price chart, but you just keep shooting yourself in the foot like every week. Every week, you just keep shooting yourself in the foot. It's not the market. It's not the strategy. It's not the course. It's not the mentor. It's you, right? You gotta look at the man in the mirror. All right. But I want to help you overcome this. Okay. And so the reason I started with an ancient script today is because we're going to keep with that theme to show you how your trading rules have to become laws. Okay. And so here's what I mean by that. So back in my college days, okay, I was trying to live right, y'all. I was trying to do the right thing. I was not successful. I was not successful, okay? But I tried, all right? But I remember one time when I was trying to do right, y'all. I was trying. I remember this one time where I was reading some scriptures, and I said to myself, like, you know what? These laws that God has in place, they're truly not to keep me from having fun. In college, it's all about fun, right? But I was saying, you know what? These laws really aren't trying to keep me from having fun. They're actually keeping me safe, right? They're actually designed for me to be safe and for me to prosper on this earth. I can specifically remember having that thought, like in college. I'm like 20 years old. This is what kind of stuff I'm thinking about. And I remember thinking, like, these laws are here to help me, keep me, right? So what I'm saying is your trading plan, whatever the plan it is that you come up with, if you're only supposed to take 2 trades or if you're only supposed to have 1 loss, those trading rules, they are there to help you prosper. Okay. And so that's the mind switch that you have to get to. Your trading rules ain't just some rules that, whoever you learned them from just came up with to put rules on you. No, those rules are in place for you to be successful, for you to prosper. Give you one quick example how easy it is to break a trading rule. Now, one of my rules, and this rule is pretty universal across the board that I've seen, is for people to say you should always wait for the candle to close before you enter, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if it's really going to turn into a signal candle. You don't know if it's going to go up and dud out, right? And so I'll admit, just the other day, I seen this range phase setting up, right? And I just knew like, okay, this is a range fade. We finna bounce off this top. The candle was pushing down strong. What do? I jumped in early. I admit it. I jumped in early. Do you know this candle was about this big going short? It was about that big. Do you know before that candle closed, it turned into a hammer up? It turned into a hammer up, people. So would I have entered that trade as my signal candle off for a range fade off of a hammer up at the top of the range? No, I would not have. Okay. So simply because I broke that trading rule, and I lost that trade, by the way, it cost me, right? But all I had to do was follow the trading rule. Okay. And I wouldn't have lost. Not only that, this is a great story. I didn't even think about this beforehand. Not only that, when it turned into that hammer up, it actually made a breakout pullback heading out. So not only did I lose a trade, I also lost the chance to go with trend for a beautiful breakout trade. All right. All because I broke one rule. All because I didn't let the candle finish the close. So here's the deal. It's the little things. Okay. It's the little things about breaking rules. So what I'm saying is whatever your trading rules are, okay, they have to become more than rules possibly for you. You need to make them laws. You need to look at them as trading laws, not just trading rules. Because see, you've probably been breaking the trading rules all this time. That's why you're not profitable, because you keep breaking the rules. Okay. If you got a good trading strategy and you're following the rules, you should be profitable. All right. If you've seen it yourself, you've ran off 10 trades in a row. You've passed trading challenges. You've had the success. You know your trading strategy works. What's keeping you from consistently being profitable is the mind game. It's the trading psychology. That's what's keeping you from being profitable. And that's what you got to overcome. Okay. All right. So I'm going to help you today. And this may help you, it may not. I don't know. But I'm just going to give you another way to look at it. All right. Give you another way to look at it. But hey, if you digging this video today, hey, hit me with that like button right now. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. So I said that you need to do something to take your rules and make them laws. Okay. And I don't know if this is going to help because I don't know what type of person you are. But as an example, how about think about your trading rules as a law. And I'm just going to grab one law out of the 10 commandments on this one. Let's consider breaking a trading rule like breaking the sanctity of marriage. Let's think about breaking from this day forward. Think about breaking your trading rules like committing adultery. How about that? All right. Because hey, hold on with me. Hey, hang in there with me. Because look at this. Because think about it. Right. For the person who commits adultery, they could lose their family. They could lose their wife. They could, money. Right. Hey, we've seen what these, you can lose half your fortune. Right. And in the worst case, you can lose your life. Right. People don't think about this when they, but hey, all those things can happen from committing adultery. Family, wife, money, life, right? All that you can lose. All right. Death being the worst thing, of course, that dude catching there with his woman might be RIP for you. All right. Death, all that's possible, all from committing adultery, all from breaking the sanctity of marriage. Right. Think about that with your trading, right? Think about that with your rules of your trading, because guess what happens when you break your rules, right? You could lose your family. Hey, your family could be tired of you trading, man, blowing the money all the time, right? You could lose your wife. Hey, your wife could be tired of you blowing the kid savings, all the time, right? A lot, you can lose a lot, right? Of course, your trading account, right? You could lose half your trading account in one day because you revenge traded and overtraded. And in the worst case, you overtrade to the point to where you blow your account out, which is death for your trading account, right? So from this day forward, if this helps you, think of your trading rules as laws. And if you want to get specific, think of your trading rule. Think of if I break this trading rule, it's like committing adultery. And I don't want to commit adultery because a lot of bad stuff comes with that, right? Now the one and when you commit adultery, right, it's something about the flesh, right? You're going after, a moment, an experience of pleasure, right? Do you realize when you lose, that's what it is. You want to experience that trade and dopamine hit again. You want to get back in the market. You want to get back and win. You want to be right. You want to make money. All that falls under pleasure, right? And you trying to get it back right now. But if there's no setup, right now, you're not going to get it back right now. All you're going to do is compound your losses, right? So, hey, whatever your rules are, you have to learn to stick to them. Okay. I'm coaching you up today because many of you are right there. The door to prosperity is right here. You knocking on it, you banging, you've been pushing, trying to get through that ceiling, and you just like, wow, I'm right. You right here. I know somebody out here is feeling me today, right? If you're feeling me, hit that like button. You right at it, right? You right at it. You've had the big wins. You've had the consecutive days of winning. You've had days where you read that price chart. It did exactly what you thought it was going to do. You waited for the setup. It came with the signal candle. You took it and it was money, right? You know what to do. Now you know what not to do. Okay. You can conquer your emotions. You can conquer the enemy within. You can conquer it, but you have to be aware. All right. So I hope this video is really showing you how to be aware of what's happening to you. When you lose that trade, that's the trigger, right? You're probably fine as long as you're winning. Everybody is fine as long as they're winning, but it's when you lose, that's when you really become a trader, right? How are you going to handle that loss? That's going to tell whether you're going to be profitable enough. Okay. Because here's a simple way to look at things. Okay. Simple way to look at things. Let's say you have a one trade rule. You lose one and it's over, right? And you got a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay. So let's say when you win, you make 500. When you lose 250, right? Day one, first trade up, you lose. You're down 250. All right. You stop. Hey, my hat's off to you. If you can do that, if you can take one trade, lose and stop, you can be a trader. You can be a trader. Okay. Day two comes around. Take the first trade, you win. Just think about that, right? Already your account is back up 250, right? All because you were disciplined on day one. Day two, your account is back up, right? But then let's say you lose the second trade. All right. Now you're at a wash. If you're looking at both days, right? But you actually made 250 on day two. Day three, boom, boom. Guess what? You win both trades. You up 1,000, right? Day four, you win both trades. Boom, boom, another 1,000. All right. And then day five, you lose one. Either way, now you've had a profitable week. Okay. But do you see how fast the account will compound if you control the losses, right? If you control the losses, if you have and it don't have to be one, maybe it can be 2 losses. It depends on your trading account. It depends on your capital, right? Maybe 2 losses is fine, but make sure that you have at least a 2-to-1, or if even better, a 1-to-3 strategy going. And with a 1-to-3 strategy, you only got to win at 30%, but you still have to manage the losses. That's what's going to put you over the edge. Understanding the trading psychology of what's going to happen to you when you lose, right? I know some of you be trading, you take that loss, all of a sudden you kind of start that stress sweat starts coming on you. You know what I'm saying? And you're thinking, I got to get it back right now. I got to get back right now. I got to get back right now. That's how you blow trading accounts. That's the mind of the loser, right? When I was a child, I thought as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, all right, when you were losing, you were thinking as a loser. You was understanding as a loser. But when you begin to win, you will put away revenge trading, over trading, entering before the candle closes, breaking your trading rules. When you begin to win, you will stick to the rules and now the laws of your trading plan. All right. And that's what you got to do. And it's going to make the difference for you. All right. So if you dug this one, hit me in the comments today. Let me know what hurdle you haven't been able to get a client. Let me know what your trigger is. All right. Hit me in the comments today. Share your triggers. Let's work together to overcome this stuff. All right. Because we can do it. And if you can just make this mental mind shift, man, you can begin to increase on the sudden. All right. So, hey, check it out. Check this out. I recently just made a video where I showed the patience that you have to actually go through to have a profitable trading day. And on this day, I made $1,780. All right. And I show you this from A to Z. So check this video out right here if you want to see that trading day where I made $1,780 and show you how you can do it too. All right. Now, check the link in the description if you want to learn price action. And until next time, my name is JD. And as always, I wish you increase on the sudden.